When we at the NTMA think of our members, we think of the best of the best. We think of the commitment to quality, craftsmanship, training, safety, integrity, and service to clients that each of you demonstrates. It is you, our members, who make this the greatest trade association around. It's the reputation that each of you have earned that keeps our industry thriving through difficult times. It is our great honor to acknowledge you and your accomplishments here tonight. Good evening, NTMA members and guests. Welcome to the National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association's 2021 Honor Awards ceremony. It is our pleasure to acknowledge among us tonight charter members of the NTMA. A special welcome also goes out to those new members who have done the hard work of passing rigorous requirements to gain entry to this exclusive group of professionals in the past few years. And to everyone, we thank you for being here and for your ongoing contributions to this industry. As a group, we've all faced many challenges and losses, professional or personal, since we last came together in Florida in 2019. For the first time in memory, we had to cancel our annual convention and technical seminar. Yet we are so grateful that our industry has had the good fortune to remain strong through the lockdown. Tonight we are thrilled to announce this year's Honor Awards and our industry's highest honor, the Job of the Year. These projects are an impressive showcase of your skills and dedication to your profession. You continue to amaze us as you build on the vast collective experience of this group, challenging yourselves and each other to continually find ways to innovate with Terrazzo and to stretch its limits. A Terrazzo contractor has a unique power to transform a space, bringing to it the luxury of low maintenance and matchless durability with unlimited custom designs to meet the most stringent demands. This year's entries are intriguing, surprising, and inspiring. You will see a notable new trend continuing, beautiful and groundbreaking work with larger aggregates, including stunning examples of Venetian and Palladiana terrazzo. This year, the NTMA Honor Award judges gathered virtually to select the Honor Award recipients and the winner of the Job of the Year. As every year, a jury of your terrazzo industry peers, joined by design professionals, carefully evaluated each submission. They chose the top 16 projects through extended and thoughtful deliberation. We would like to express our immense gratitude to every contractor who submitted a project to the Honor Award program this year. Growing and supporting our industry is a collective endeavor. We thank each of you for working with us and being a part of those efforts. And now the NTMA is proud to present the 2021 Honor Award winners. Sleek, modern terrazzo designs in 5 colors distinguish this newly built, LEED-certified school facility. Assets of the installation include geometric patterns with delicate panels of bright red contrasting nicely with neutral grays and black, all finished to a high polish. The hand-bent zinc divider strip layout deftly breaks up the large expanses and adds character and balance to the 7 corridors and public spaces. 3 large, intricate pieces of terrazzo artwork, 2 school seals and 1 mascot accent this project, further defining spaces and assisting in wayfinding. Surrounding the sunken cafeteria are 3 poured-in-place and hand-ground sweeping curved steps. This approximately 63,000 square foot project also included the installation of 5 flights of stairs with a central poured-in-place raised landing. This project effectively showcases the contractor's skills as well as the broad scope of a modern terrazzo system. It will efficiently serve students and faculty for many years to come. We congratulate the David Allen Company of Raleigh, North Carolina for a job well done, demonstrating flawless craftsmanship throughout at Boiling Springs High School in Boiling Springs, South Carolina. This new multipurpose arena was conceived as a monumental civic edifice in the tradition of New York City's Grand Central Station and the original Madison Square Garden. The interior is configured to be inherently easy to navigate and designed to be graciously opulent. The understated and durable architectural palette of materials, finishes, and details is intended to reflect the community's pride in the 14,000-seat facility. A total of 120,000 square feet of epoxy terrazzo in 10 colors with marble aggregate incorporates traditional Southwest imagery throughout the concourses and lobbies. Precast treads and risers, created by the contractor, were used on the 4 main stairways with poured-in-place landing. The subtle rope patterns and medallions were water-jet cut and prefabricated. At least 6 miles of divider strip were used. A stencil system was employed to transfer the strip design to the floor, cutting the layout time by at least 6 weeks. From beginning to end, the project was on an accelerated schedule. The terrazzo contractor employed multiple crews working on both concourses simultaneously. NTMA offers its compliments for an extraordinary achievement at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas, to the American Terrazzo Company of Garland, Texas. The interior design intent was clear and successfully achieved in this brand new international airport. With 4 gates and 3 passenger boarding bridges, the facility is configured to accommodate future growth. The terrazzo design is elegant, classic, and timeless. Its soft, soothing palette of 11 colors unifies all the finishes, and its sweeping radius pattern provides subtle wayfinding. The inspiration for the interior design was drawn from the local terrain. The terrazzo floor patterns are an abstract representation of the rolling plains and wheat fields of the drift prairie of North Dakota's central lowland. 2 sets of precast stairs and approximately 33,000 square feet of epoxy terrazzo were installed in 4 months. Layout and installation proved challenging as the contractor completed work in small sections. Care was taken with precise measurements to ensure perfect alignment throughout. Each intersecting divider strip in the radius pattern was mitered by hand. The connections are clean and tight. This excellent installation in the Williston Basin International Airport in Williston, North Dakota, is the work of Grazzini Brothers and Company of St. Paul, Minnesota. This successfully executed redevelopment project transformed an interior-focused public space into a bustling urban oasis. The owner set out to increase the entire neighborhood's value by creating a distinctive plaza that expands dining and retail options. Adjacent to a 6-story office building, the light-filled atrium, with its European sidewalk cafe-inspired design, enlivens and updates the business environment. The multicolor marble pieces were water-jet cut and mounted onto a mesh backing to produce the patterned Palladiana. The floor design was completed with epoxy terrazzo, zinc divider strips, and a muted 200 grit polish to create the striking cobblestone-style installation. Lining up all the circular components was a challenge for the contractor. Grinding was done at night as the office building continued operations during the 2-month installation. The terrazzo basin stairs were precast and the benches were poured in place. We offer our hearty congratulations to the contractor on this laudable project at 601 Lexington Marketplace in Manhattan, New York. Wilkstone LLC of Paterson, New Jersey. This impressive design is cohesive, creative, and well executed, and its exceptional use of terrazzo was a unanimous favorite with NTMA judges. The 26,000 square foot installation in 12 colors with 28 aggregates was part of a remodel and renovation of the airport terminal. The floor conveys a charming history of flight theme. Each of the 19 historic planes silhouettes is exhibited with a timeline marker and description in aluminum lettering. The aluminum divider strips were hand-bent on site. The contractor removed the existing carpet and tile and corrected and leveled the substrate within 1/4 inch every 10 feet. Recessed areas that grinding equipment could not access were precast on the job site to ensure finish consistency. Divided into 20 phases, the work was completed in 600 square foot sections to allow the terminal to remain fully operational. Each section was prepared, poured, and completed one at a time with no visibility to other sections. To expedite the schedule, 2 different crews began working from opposite ends of the 30 by 60 foot corridor, using the control line and templates as guides. Meeting in the middle, everything lined up perfectly. Our congratulations go to Simmering Tile of Cincinnati for a first-class project at Dayton International Airport. Exceptional terrazzo artistry and the use of precast Venetian terrazzo, created by the contractor, distinguish this elegant 35,000 square foot installation in a new gathering place and dining development. Every element of the terrazzo project was installed and arranged on site or fabricated in the contractor's warehouse. An impressive amount of care and effort in the field measuring, fabricating, and setting is evident in the extraordinary precast stairs and integrated informal seating spaces. The stairs, curbs, walls, benches, and caps appear to be seamlessly poured in place. Every side of the stringer is wrapped flawlessly in precast from top to bottom to cover the exposed metal from all vantage points. The glass on the handrails is set into the terrazzo, an endeavor that required precision and unusually tight tolerances. Both poured in place and precast 8-inch coved base were specified on the project. Shifts in color tone were achieved by varying the blends of 3 different Venetian aggregates, sizes 3 to 5, with a single epoxy resin for a cohesive color scheme and subtle harmony. This stunning installation contributes to the calming luminosity of the space, a relaxed yet sophisticated environment. For a beautiful job at the Halo development in Los Angeles, we congratulate the Corradini Corporation of Fountain Valley, California. Elegantly informal, this gracefully coordinated design combines 2 gorgeous epoxy terrazzo colors with classic patterns. In a building in the center of Vienna, Austria, this project was completed under the watchful eye of the city's Commission on Historic Preservation. Heavy loads and access to the site for material delivery were strictly regulated. The design intent was to enhance the subtle Art Deco and postmodern influences of the original space, while conserving and complementing the vision of one of Austria's greatest architects and designers, Hans Hollein. The installation of 6,000 square feet of terrazzo over 3 stories included precast stairs and walls created by the contractor. Epoxy terrazzo was blended with Italian marble mixes of size 0 through 3. Completed in 3 phases in 30 days, the floor was finished to a high gloss polish. Excellent handwork is demonstrated throughout, notably in the chip distribution and strip mitering. Creative and captivating, this terrazzo floor contributes to the cohesive interior design of an inviting space. For exemplary work on the Toya Restaurant and Lounge, we applaud one of our newest international members, Aragon of Bucharest, Romania. Built in 1976, this career center helps high school students and adults access academic and career options. In 2018, the campus needed additional space, infrastructure upgrades, and more energy-efficient systems. This LEED certified project nearly doubled the size of the facilities, resulting in an atmosphere more conducive to learning with state-of-the-art classrooms and labs. The center continued operations during the demolition, renovation, and construction of the new addition. For minimal disruptions, the terrazzo work was scheduled to be installed over 2 years in multiple phases for a total of 35 weeks on the job. 5 colors of epoxy thin-set terrazzo were blended with 13 aggregates of glass, mother-of-pearl, marble, mirror chip, and porcelain. The zinc and heavy-top aluminum divider strips were arranged by hand on site. This purposeful design and dynamic color mix suit the building and its use admirably, while responding to existing materials and design elements. NTMA judges especially appreciated the swirl pattern in the hallway. This honor award goes to Anisi Masonry in Tiffin, Ohio for their outstanding work at the Apollo Career Center in Lima, Ohio. This airport expansion and modernization program contributed 3 new bridges to connect arrivals, departures, and baggage claim areas to the terminal. Construction was completed as a tie-in 4 phases in a fully operating airport that serves over 18 million passengers annually. A distinctive set of 4-foot-high round and oval columns with integrated cove base distinguishes this installation. This project is impressive both in scope and in the level of technical challenge, earning the compliments of NTMA judges for excellence in craftsmanship. Perfectly clad to the wood and steel structures, the 20 poured-in-place epoxy columns and the cove base display well-executed, smooth vertical work. The selection of the 4 colors to complement the existing colors involved a detailed and lengthy approval process. All deliveries were restricted to between midnight and 4 a.m. and had to be lifted to the bridge level from one of the busiest streets in Chicago. This functional floor of 95,000 square feet was completed in 20 weeks. NTMA offers its compliments for this great installation at the Passenger Security Checkpoint expansion in Chicago's Midway International Airport to Menconi Terrazzo in Bensenville, Illinois. This cathedral is a fine example of modern Byzantine Revival architecture, which took its cues from Serbian Orthodox churches. The goal of the restoration was to install an impermeable, durable floor with imagery that would harmonize with the vibrant colors in the church. A simple field color was chosen, accented by meaningful symbols and intricate water jet cut medallions in key areas of the sanctuary. Before installing 4,500 square feet of terrazzo, the contractor removed the carpet and a layer of asphalt tile under full abatement. The concrete was then ground and shot blasted. During construction, the church walls had to be fully tinted to protect the frescoes, mosaics, and iconography. The wood base was removed and replaced after completion of the floor. The terrazzo design in 6 consistent and well-chosen colors is appropriately restrained, striking just the right balance to complement the richly ornate interior. For this impressive and gorgeous work in the St. Sava Serbian Orthodox Cathedral in Parma, Ohio, a very well done goes to the O.A. Bertine Company of Cleveland, the same company that installed the church's original altar steps and main entrance when the church was built in 1962. Impressive technically and aesthetically, this fabulous installation was part of a remodel completed in honor of this museum's 50th anniversary. Italian master of architecture Gio Ponti, along with James Sudler Associates, designed the Denver Art Museum in 1971, also known as the Martin Building. The Terrazzo project encompassed a new elliptical staircase and 7 lobby floors, a total of some 10,000 square feet, plus precast epoxy terrazzo base. The project references and extends the vision of the original design. 2 original poured-in-place cement terrazzo staircases, which served as the model for the new staircase, were reground, grouted, patched, and polished. The new stairs and guard wall installation was, as the contractor noted, a once-in-a-lifetime project. White on white, clean and functional, the artistry and detail on the poured-in-place elliptical walls is stunning. The precast treads, poured landings, and hand-troweled and polished guardrails align perfectly with a 2-inch stainless steel reveal. One challenge was the inconsistency of elevations in existing and new elevator lobbies. The terrazzo flooring was sloped to connect to numerous galleries with wood flooring. At each lobby, epoxy fill up to 2 inches was required. For this outstanding job in the Denver Art Museum, the NTMA offers its compliments to Colorado Design Tile and Terrazzo of Denver. This delightful terrazzo job is installed in a new campus expansion for an in-flight Wi-Fi provider. An employee-centered architectural design proposes informal meeting spaces and unexpected recreational spots scattered throughout. This atrium floor brings the local beaches indoors, with wood-planked walkways mimicking a boardwalk. The walkway is surrounded by an elegantly simple and exceptionally uniform terrazzo micro-blend mix with 5% mother-of-pearl and amber glass aggregate meticulously crafted to simulate beach sand. As the terrazzo was poured on an elevated deck over a parking structure, crews worked under strict weight restrictions. They had to carefully space the 3,000-pound pallets of materials and were unable to store materials on site. For the appearance of a seamless floor, the contractor overground 3 feet into the older pour, making sure not to leave any crowns, and then regrouted that 3-foot section along with the rest of the newer pour. For this outstanding and beautifully presented job at Viasat's corporate headquarters in Carlsbad, California, our congratulations go to T.B. Pinnock & Sons of San Diego. This spectacular installation in a major metropolitan office building won points for its creative artistry. Palladiana Terrazzo, placed in the lobby and elevator cabs, was produced with 2-inch marble shards that were sourced from the same French Bleu de Savoie panels that are used to clad the walls, resulting in a monolithic effect. The irregular shapes were hand-set in a consistent rhythmic composition with remarkable uniformity of joints in the half-inch spacing. The meticulous fracturing and setting of the marble shards, with the broadest side set at the surface, had to be done by a single installer to maintain consistency in the pattern. The existing staircase, treads, nosing, and a recessed riser was dressed in the same material, utilizing precast terrazzo. It was cut and installed to appear to be formed of a single piece, with 1/8-inch brass strips for slip resistance. The detailing on the nosing of the stairs, where the surfaces of the marble shards take the turn, is particularly striking. This well-deserved honor award goes to D. Magnan and Company of Mount Vernon, New York, for their work at Marin Golf Properties in New York City. Elegantly understated, This beach-themed Venetian terrazzo in 2 neutral colors is installed in an exclusive new oceanfront hotel. The terrazzo project includes the Sundries store and the hotel restaurant, which is an access point to the beach for guests. The aggregates, ranging from size 1 and 2 up to size 7, evoke the sand and pebbles of the beach underfoot. They were blended on site to ensure even distribution. The terrazzo was poured 5/8 inch thick to account for the heftier Venetian marble chips. Floor fill under the terrazzo compensates for the depression in the slab. Hand-shaped on site, the curving 1/4 inch zinc divider strips form a winsomely purposeful yet random wave pattern that is reflected in the ceiling. Reaching the beachside job site was a particular challenge for the contractor, as deliveries had to be moved across the property from the top of a hill inland and across an active train track. This versatile and timeless floor harmonizes beautifully with all other finishes and serves as a neutral palette. For this exemplary achievement at the Rosewood Miramar Hotel in Montecito, California, we applaud the Corradini Corporation of Fountain Valley, California. A timeless art piece with its 3-dimensional optical illusion is the focal point of this new shopping center. NTMA judges were impressed with the intricate layout, tasteful color selection, and the subtle color changes that replicate shadows in the cityscape graphic, which is seen most advantageously from the upper level. For the artist who had won the commission through an international contest, this project was his first introduction to terrazzo. Over 80 samples were considered in the selection process of the final 20 color mixes, with minor final adjustments made on site. Aggregates included 26 different Italian marble chips in sizes 0 to 3, blue and green glass, and mother of pearl. The design was created from a CAD drawing that was digitally projected on the floor. All the zinc and brass divider strips were arranged by hand on the job site. This terrazzo project was completed in 15 days and polished to a high gloss. A well done for outstanding work at the Beo Shopping Center in Belgrade, Serbia goes to Aragon of Bucharest, Romania. Restoration began in 2018 with a plan to bring this 106-year-old historic landmark back to life. The former hospital had been vacant since it ceased operations in 2002. The design intent was to create an old-world look for the structure as it was converted into a 210-room hotel with a restaurant and other amenities, including a museum to honor the hospital's legacy. The original precast cement terrazzo systems on 8 floors, each with its own set of colors and design dynamics, were painstakingly matched. The classic terrazzo design details were elegantly preserved, and its original terrazzo tiles were restored, resulting in a total of 15,000 square feet of flooring and 4,500 linear feet of new cove base with the specified matte finish. Notably, no divider strips were used in either the original installation or the restoration. Epoxy terrazzo to match the original design was poured in place where extensive repairs were needed. After the floor was ground and grouted, the contractor cut simulated grout joints with a thin diamond saw blade to mimic precast terrazzo tiles. The NTMA offers its compliments to Minconi Terrazzo of Bensonville, Illinois, for the judge's choice in renovation, an exceptional achievement in creativity and craftsmanship at Cook County Hospital in Chicago. And finally, the moment we have all been waiting for, the National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association's 2021 Job of the Year. Dickies Arena serves as the new home for the famed Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo and is designed to host concerts and a variety of sporting and entertainment events. This grand civic building responds appropriately to the design intent of its cultural district neighbors, which were built in the 1930s. In addition to the Will Rogers Memorial Center, the world-class arena's sumptuous Art Deco-inspired design is a showcase for refined references to the legendary trick roper and the city's cattle-driving heritage. The floors are subtly ornate, with wonderfully executed Southwest imagery that embellishes the main and upper concourses and lobbies. From the coiled rope to the radial medallion design in the atrium, they are handsome, finely drawn, and well polished. The interior's open concept design is configured to be both inherently easy to navigate and impressively welcoming, with a rich, classic architectural palette of materials and finishes. Each of the 4 octagonal or oval staircases presents a floor-to-ceiling view, while each ceiling design echoes the floor pattern. This spectacular terrazzo project is also impressive in scope. A total of 120,000 square feet of epoxy terrazzo in 10 well-chosen colors with marble aggregate was installed in the state-of-the-art venue, which can seat up to 14,000 spectators. At least 6 miles of divider strip were used on this project. The strip design layout was facilitated by the utilization of a foam board stencil system. This system expedited the layout schedule by at least 6 weeks. The rope patterns and medallions were water jet cut. Precast treads and risers created in the contractor's shop were used on the main stairways with poured-in-place landings. Stainless steel bars installed to prevent slipping on the treads are yet another subtle detail that contributes to the meticulously conceived and executed interior design. From the world-class arena's groundbreaking in 2015, the 560,000 square foot construction project was fast-tracked. Multiple crews were kept busy on the terrazzo installation, a total of 50 employees, working on both concourses simultaneously to meet the deadline for the grand opening. Overlooking downtown Fort Worth, Dickies Arena makes a proud statement that assertively underscores the city's identity. For this outstanding accomplishment in the Dickies Arena, the NTMA awards this year's highest honor, the Job of the Year, to the American Terrazzo Company of Garland, Texas. This concludes the 2021 Honor Award Program. Thank you to our judges and to everyone who entered a project. We look forward to seeing the outstanding terrazzo of 2022.